PABrewNews. Hair went brown again. Ooh. I'm having connectivity issues. So I'm afraid to open the beer now. Terrified, mortified to open the beer now. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try. To do it. If I have to do it again, I have to do it again. So calm down. Okay, here we go. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, 2015 Maiden from Siren Brewing Company. There we go. Some from Workingham, Berkshire, England. This comes in, let's see, at 11.9 alcohol by volume. Apparently it's a barley wine where it's barley wine, but then there's barley wine mixed in various different liquor barrels and stuff like that, Madeira and Jack Daniels and crap like that. I don't know how many different barrels, but there is 6 or 7. And I'm sure you can find it online and it'll tell you all about it. But it only briefly mentions that it's wine and spirit cavalcade of barrels, so it really isn't very specific on the back. Unfortunately, it doesn't tell you the barrels and all that stuff and the percentages, but I know there's a lot of barrels in this one. Picked this one up at Sabatini's in Exeter, Pennsylvania, and again 2015, so I already got 4 years on it, and I'm sure it was 2015 release, so it was probably in barrels before that, so 5 years old pretty much. Alright, gonna crack it open, pre-cut the wax as you can see, pull the cap off, the wax cap, and throw my Ouija board at it, open it up with the Ouija board, listening to Night of the Living Dead soundtrack right now, if you're wondering. This cap is on. Oh, puff. That cap is on. Oh, there it goes. I was gonna say, like, that was crazy. That was a poof and a waff and a puff. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. We're fine. That was a poof and a waff and a puff. That came out puff. That was awesome. Alright. Let's see. Oh. Alright, I'm probably not even labeling out, folks. It's horrible. You can see beer foaming over the glass. I have beer crawling on the table. I have beer everywhere. So, luckily I have towels right here. So there you go, folks. Towels. The nature of invention. But yeah, that was really weird. Poof! Man, that thing went off when I opened that up. And then, of course, all the foam came out that I didn't expect, but that was a lot of carbonation behind that lid, behind that cap. Just cleaning up the table real quick. Now, I'm very anxious to see how the beer has stood the test of time, considering that's from 2015, and then to see what all these different barrels have kind of gave to this beer, if you know what I mean. Because apparently there's like Madeira. I think this is the first one I've ever had with Madeira barrel. There is tequila, there is Jack Daniels, there is things that I can't even pronounce. So there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm gonna try to get the least little bit of this back into the glass with all the sedimentation. Screw it, get it in there. Alright, and here's the label. Sorry I didn't show you the label first, but there is the Maiden. The Fair Maiden. Right there. Maiden 2015. The first batch brewed at Siren was to provide the base for the first annual release. This barley wine ale has been aged in many different barrels, and using the expertise of the wine and whiskey world, blended into what stands before you in this bottle, now in this glass. Excuse me. This first brew of 2015 is now the base for the next year's release. Visit our website to find out more about Maiden 2015, sirencraftbeer.com/Maiden. And ingredients are water, malted barley, yeast, and hops. Barleywine ale, and 11.9 alcohol by volume. So there you go. What's up? What's up, No Jinx? What's up? There we go. Jeff No Jinx. There we go. And again, pick this up at Sabatini's. If it's really, really, really great, I'm gonna go get another one. Now that is it's not. It looks black, but it's more like a murky brown, ruby hues kind of coming through this, but very murky, very turbid. soft streaming carbonation. You can see, I can see kind of running up the side of the glass there, as you can see. There we go, beautiful. And there's an off-white tan colored head. All right, now I don't know what's this gonna. I don't know. I'm terrified, mortified. Let's get an aroma. Cheers. I can definitely get brown sugar, peppery kind of caramel, like a bourbon, kind of like those kind of tonalities, but like a very sharp, vinous red wine character coming through there. So definitely going to be red wine barrels in there. Probably the Madeira is coming out now too. Very sharp, spicy red wine tartness, pepperiness. Nuances of raisins, dates, sharp tart cherry, red wine. A little smokiness, maybe even a little leather coming out now. Muted caramel, brown sugar. Definitely an interesting brew by the smell. So let's get in, and I don't know. Let's see what the 2015 Siren Maiden has to offer. Cheers. That's different. That's weird. It has this like strange. I don't want to say that. It has a strange minty quality to it, like a bright mint quality when you went down. Like, I don't know, like you just had like swallowed some toothpaste. It's really weird. It's very interesting. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's not what I want. It's not what I expected. But it had a very bright, effervescent waft of stuff. It's different. It's very different. It's very hard to compare to other things. Little star anise in there. It was just strange, like effervescent mint quality going on too. There's things happening like that. It's weird because there's this dark beer surrounding everything, and then this bright, effervescent middle quality is very different. A little bit of brown sugar, caramel, molasses, raisins, very subtle nuances on the back, on the sides of the palate, and stuff that kind of lingers and tapers. Very subtle. 11.9% alcohol by volume. How stupid. That's ridiculously easy to drink. It's very interesting, like, because you're like, what's that flavor? What's that flavor? Oh my god, what's that? What's that? But it's 11.9, and you don't even notice that. No burn, nothing to speak of. I can see maybe a little bit of a sour mash going on as I talk now. You're getting almost like a sour mash quality with a little bit of a cherry tone, a little bit of that tartness. So I mean, I don't. So that Tennessee whiskey would make sense for that. The sour mash kind of compound. I've never had some of the other barrels that they've put, so maybe a little mint is coming from some of those barrels. There's a little bit of star anise in there as well. Burp's really nice. Maybe even just a little bit of a flesh of a red apple tonality in there, mixing it with all that caramel, molasses, brown sugar, little date, little raisin action, star anise, tart cherry. It's a very interesting beer. It's actually it's nice. It's a nice beer. It's just so unequivocal. It's hard to compare it to any other beer I've had because it really doesn't taste like any other beer I've had. And so, I mean, it stands on its own, which is nice, and it's not bad. So it stood the test of time. I mean, it's not horrible to drink. I would have loved me personally, in 2014 or 15, when they brewed the original beer before any barrel hit it, I would like that in a bottle and see where that is now, because that's it's always been kind of my thing. Whenever these breweries make these big beers just for the aging process, I want to have the original beer before it gets aged and see what the difference is, see what the body type is different, see how the aging in the barrel really did affect the beer, those kind of things. And I'm pretty sure a nice, freshly well-kept bottle of 2015 Siren before the barrel aging process, a nice, true, traditional old ale, like a Barleywine, English Barleywine, which would be pretty much just fucking fantastic right now. Especially at 11.9% alcohol by volume. But as it stands right now, this beer, I had having a hard time comparing it to any other beer I've had. Like I said, it's very unequivocal. Because of all the different barrels that have gone through the process of being in this, it has its like own little thing going on. It's very different. It reminds me of a quad in a way. It reminds me of a barley wine. It has the star anise. It has that sour cherry. It has little vinous qualities from the red wine. It has a slight, subtle, bright mint quality where I don't know where the fuck that's coming from, but it's in there. We've got a little bit of cloviness now in the back end, a little red apple, maple, molasses, not maple, molasses, brown sugar. Even little tonalities of a baker's chocolate like you should get. But it's just so, you're getting all of these different flavors at different times and not all at once, and your brain's just going, what? Okay, what? Okay, what? Okay. It's kind of interesting. I've never had a beer that had these many different characteristics. And it's not exactly to style that I like for a nice traditional old aged barley wine. But I still like this beer quite a lot. It's one of those kind of deals. It's amazing. The lacing's amazing. Beautiful, thick, creamy lacing. Or head retention, rather. The 11.9 is just giving beautiful sheets of alcohol. Absolutely glorious looking. It's one of those beers that kind of makes you smile. It's one of those beers that breaks you from the wave of all the beers that you've had before because it's so different in its own little way. And it does show you how crazy barrel aging techniques and what you put in the barrel and what you impart in the barrel, different liquors and liqueurs and herbal things, stuff like that, could add to the beer. It's crazy. That almost, how do you say it? Like menthol, almost like a menthol mint quality that was like hitting me like right in the mid palate. That has slowly started to taper down, and as that started tapering down, this star anise quality has built up. So it's pairing with each other quite nicely now. They use tequila. I can't really pull tequila out of this, but there's so much other stuff going on. They definitely have Jack Daniels apparently in this, and I can see that kind of sour cherry, sour mash quality going on with that. There is some nice caramel bourbon spiciness, spicy qualities going on. There's some red wine in here because there's definitely a nice little red wine vinous character, slow black currant, those kind of tonalities, and more of that kind of sour, like slight tartness of a wine, red wine quality, vinous quality, and the Madeira is going to impart that as well. So just a good beer. I used up my whole vinyl when I was playing the EP. I didn't think it was going to take so long, but I'm an idiot, so that's what happens. But at least I've been wearing pants lately, so that's kind of good. Yeah, breathing it in, you have almost like a subtle Flanders red quality. There's so much bright, tart, vibrant fruit tones of red wine, cherries, raisins, and dates and stuff like that coming in there, but very sharp and tart. And then you have this broody beer that hits you at the same time. But down the center of the palate, you're getting these wafts of almost like an herbal mint and star anise and stuff. It's like, holy crap, this is a ride and a half. It's a very interesting beer. The dangerous thing about this beer, too, again, 11.9, not the slightest hint of a burn at any point in time in this beer. You're so, basically worried about, like, oh wow, what's that flavor? Oh my god, what was that? Oh, that was different. Oh, was this? It's 11.9. You know what I mean? Like, this, it's not going down hard at all. This could be a 750 and I drink it without any problem, and not in a short amount of time. Excuse me. It's a bit thin. It's on that medium side of a medium body. There's a little bit of an oiliness to this one, which is nice. Nice little oiliness that kind of lingers just a little bit, goes down the palate nice and smooth. But it's in that kind of medium category of a medium body, which makes sense with all these different barrel agings that you've had. It's gonna thin out the beer like a motherfucker. So, and it does that. But, when you expect it, you expect it. Again, I would love to see what this beer was if there was a bottled version of this beer before any barrel aging project. It was just that true barley wine, 5 years old. Let me check that out. Probably a beast of a beer. It's probably wouldn't be 11.9. That's probably came from the barrel aging process. The ABV kind of kicked up over time, but it's a good beer. I want to see how this opens up and changes as I talk. I don't want to just slam it down and just say, yeah, it was great, bye. Because this is definitely a different beast of a beer. Definitely stirred up my palate, I will tell you that, from the normal beers that I have been drinking. It's something, when you get that unequivocal beer, it kind of knocks you back, and okay, cool, resets the system, and I like that. It's not your atypical barrel-aged barley wine, but a person that likes a good, dusty, musty, crazy barrel-aged barley wine would still appreciate this. But a quad drinker would appreciate this. And a slight sour nuanced person would enjoy this, because it has all those characteristics. So this is a beer that is not, like, again, unequivocal, not like anything really else. But at the same time, it has this ability to probably bring in people from different, factions of the beer world into this beer and enjoy it, because the barley wine people will enjoy it, the quad people will enjoy it, the slightly sour people will enjoy this one. You know what I mean? That kind of thing going on. So, and even people that enjoy just like sour mash beers and stuff like that, sour mash whiskeys and stuff, they probably enjoy trying this. So, I think it's a fine beer. I don't think it's going to be for everybody, and it's not what I expected. It's not what I hoped for, but at the same time, I do really enjoy it. So that's nice, and I'm having a fun time drinking it. It's almost gone, 11.9% alcohol by volume. Holy crap. Holy crap. So I'm going to give the Maiden from 2015. I was going to play Iron Maiden during this review, but I don't feel like digging through all that shit to find it. It's one of those kind of deals. So anyway, the Siren Brewing Company, sirencraftbrew.com. Maiden 2015. This is a barley wine at 11.9 alcohol by volume, aged in copious amounts of different whiskey and wine barrels and spirit barrels, and then 50% blended with barley wine. And of course, from 2015. I'm going to give this one, I'm going to throw this one into the 9 category. I'm going to give it a 9. I was going to give 9.5, but it's a little bit too thin, and I don't know. There's something about it. I don't want to get it to the 9.5 category, but I'm going to give it a 9. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. Definitely check it out. I probably actually will go back to Sabatini's and pick up another bottle, because I would like to share this with a couple people and see what they think about it. So anyway, this has been Paul from PABrewNews. If you had this one, let me know your thoughts and opinions. As always, if you see it in your local area, do pick it up, blah, 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 and all that good stuff. And, remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I never say that because I just think it's begging, but I really need subscribers, so subscribe, okay? Anyway, this has been Paul from PABrewNews. Cheers. Paul from PABrewNews. Cheers. Bye-bye. Watch that finger.